Today we have a great 15-minute shred session that's going to tone the chest, the shoulders, the back of the arms, and the core. And the best part, all you need is a set of dumbbells. Let's get it. Hi, I'm Clinton and welcome to another Empower Fit workout. All right, today we are going to be working on the upper body pressing group. All right, so what does that mean? Chest, shoulders, triceps, the back of the arms, the trouble spot for a lot of people. We're going to be working on those muscles as well as our core. So we've got a total core session. Now, the format of the workout, we're going to be working for 60 seconds, followed by having a 15-second rest. And we're going to repeat that. We're going to go 60 on with one exercise, 15 off, and we're going to repeat it for 4 different stations. At the end of that, once we've been through all 4 stations, we're going to repeat it a second and a third time. So with that in mind, let's get into it. I'll be coaching you through the movements as we go. So I don't want you to lose too much sleep other than just get a set of dumbbells ready and let's rip into it. All right, so our first exercise is a glute bridge with a floor press. All right, so from here, get yourself into your glute bridge floor press position, laying on the back, knees bent, dumbbells up, and from here, hips up, and we press. Now, as we're doing this one, a couple of things I want you to think about. Try and keep a straight line from your knees through to your shoulders. So this is a glute exercise as much as it is an upper body pressing exercise. Now, while you're holding your glutes up, tuck your tail down between the legs. Don't want to arch the back, or you don't want to try and get that glute bridge by just hyperextending in the lower back region. So tuck your tail down. Now, the other thing I want you to think about is while you're pressing here, is pull your shoulders back and down. Make your neck nice and tall. We want it to be a chest exercise. We want to avoid it becoming a deltoid exercise, like the front of the shoulder. At this stage, it's all on the tricep. There we go. You've got about 10 seconds to go. That's it. Just keep it moving. Keep the hips up. Relax. All right. So now we're getting up on the feet nice and quickly. We're going to get into a hang snatch followed by a shoulder press. So a bit of a dumbbell flow. All right. So what this looks like, hang snatch, lower down to the shoulders, press up. Now, as you're doing this one, you may say, ugh, it's a bit heavy really for me to shoulder press. That's okay. The way we can scale this or work around this is by push pressing, using a little dip and drive. Sit the dumbbell on the shoulder, jump the weight up. So dip and drive. But if you're going okay with the shoulder press, keep that going. That's fine. So as we're doing this one, on the dumbbell snatch, keep your back nice and straight. Use your legs, straight back, hips back, knees bent. Use your legs to drive up, create that momentum, and then press. One more. All right, now we're going to the other side. So shake it off, catch the breath. All right, so same deal again. Keep your back straight, use your legs. Now you may notice a little bit of difference between your left and your right side. That's okay. What I generally recommend is try and start on your non-dominant side and count how many of a reps you're able to do. And then when it comes to your dominant side, try and match that score. The thing we want to avoid is where your stronger side continues to get stronger and develop at a faster rate than your non-dominant side. What we've got to try and set our sights on is bringing those two sides a little bit closer together. All right, so now we're getting into a core exercise. So we've got flutter kicks. Key element of this is pressing your lower back down. So lower back presses down. Now, if you're doing it okay, if you're struggling with it, start with your feet high. If you can keep your lower back pressed down, like the pressure down, you can start to lower the legs. Now you go as low as you can, as long as there's no gap in the lower back here. So adjust the height. The higher your feet on the flutter kicks, the easier it'll be to keep the back pinned down. The lower the feet, the harder. Now you may decide, hey, I need to do a combination. That's okay. You may start lower and after a few moments, maybe go a little bit higher. That's cool. So keep that lower back pressed down. That's the main thing. Press that lower back down. Keep it tight. You've got about 7 seconds to go. Keep it moving. Press the lower back down. And, all right, we're back to our start of round 2. All right, so you know what's in store now. You know what it looks like. So a little pro tip for getting your knees. Start with them on the hip. Sit back, lift your hips up from there. It's an easier way if you do struggle with arm strength in getting into that starting position. All right, so remember what we're looking at here. Tuck your tail down between the legs. Continue to, as much as possible, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Stick the chest out. Just keep it moving. If it's a bit hard with 2 dumbbells, a little, careful with that one, you can do 1 dumbbell presses. It'll give you the same result, just a halving the weight. Just depends on how you're holding up. Just what, like we say, you could start with 2 and drop your weight down to 1, but the key to this one is moving for the full minute. Good. All right, so we're back to our dumbbell snatches. All right, so dumbbell snatches. All right, hang snatch and then push press. Or hang snatch, and if you're doing it easy, shoulder press. But remember, with the dominant side, only go as hard or at the level that your weakest side is able to do. So if you're sitting there and saying, I can only manage 12 repetitions with a push press on my weaker side, make sure you only do 12 repetitions with a push press on your non-dominant side. Now, another thing I want you to think about, as you're pressing up, keeping those ribs pulled in, keep that core engaged. All right, shake it off. All right, at this stage, you should feel fatigue anywhere from here through to the back of the arm, as well as the core. Now, if you are doing a push press, keep the weight on the heels. Drive through the heels. Remember, ribs down as you go overhead. Keep the midline engaged. On those hang snatches, as long as your back is straight, you can use your legs to really jump that weight up. We've got about 15 seconds to go now. Keep it there. All right. So now our next core exercise is upper abdominal circles. Now you can do this with or without the dumbbell. All right, so I'll give you a look at what it looks like without the dumbbell. So without the dumbbell, shoulders up and rolling back down. So just think of your body going, your upper body going in a circle. And then once you've done one circle one way, go the other way. Now if you're looking at increasing the intensity on it, what you can do is do upper ab circles with the dumbbell. So just keep, the key to it is shoulder blades up off the ground, roll back down to one side, back across, shoulder blades up off the ground, and then go the other way. But the key to it is at no stage do your shoulders rest on the ground. Shoulders are up the entire time. Now, like I say, you can do it without weight. You can support behind the head. One direction, then the other direction. But I really want to emphasize on those ones, shoulders up, shoulders up. All right, so we're back to our floor presses. Final round. It's a little pro tip. Dumbbells on the hips. Lift your hips up into the glute bridge and bang, presto, the dumbbells are there. All right, so same drill again. Keep those hips up and keep it moving. Doesn't have to be fast. Don't, like you can have a deep breath in between each rep, but the key theme is when you press up, try and go with speed, control down. Up with speed, control down. And again, if you need to drop down to one dumbbell, that's fine. But the objective is to try and keep that moving. So if you're doing the one dumbbell, one hand on either end, go for as many as you can. All right, we are back to our snatches. All right, so snatches with your push press. Remember, be governed by your non-dominant side. And up we go, ribs down, drive through the heels.
Tell me how to be closer to you. Tell me how and I'll do it, babe. 'Cause I just wanna make you feel what you do about you. So just tell me how and I'll do it, babe. I love it when you whisper in my ear. Words only meant for me to hear.
That's it. Let's just hang in there. This is our last round. I know things are starting to burn up. Oh, I'm feeling it myself. I just need you to try and keep it moving. We've got about 15 seconds. And then we are done on this side. Straight back on those snatches. Use your legs. And when you're driving into that push press, through the heels. Oh. All right, one more to go. Other side. And up we go. Couple with a push press. So on these snatches, it's fine to lever up through the hips if you want. Like sometimes if the knee isn't feeling great for going too far forward and trying to jump more, it can resemble a little bit more of a swing, which is okay. Just play within your limits within the knee. So for those of us that are nursing lower body ailments, just work on a knee flexion or a range that's not causing you pain. All right, couple more seconds. All right, now this last exercise core to finish on. So we're working the entire core. We're gonna get into a side plank, right? Now we're gonna hold this one for 30 seconds. Up we go. So 30 seconds, pull your shoulder down. Now if this is feeling easy and you're in a straight line, challenge yourself and go with a starfish plank. If that's a bit too ruthless, that's fine. If that's a bit too hard, drop down to the knees. Doesn't matter as long as that core, the side plank is engaged, your shoulders are pulled back and down. We've got 10 more seconds, then we go for a quick changeover. All right, changing in 3, 2, 1, roll straight over to the other side and straight up into it. We want to try and get our full 30 seconds or as close to full 30 as possible. We are nearly done, guys. You've done really well. It's if you can get the weights right on this one, it will really challenge you, like I say, through the upper body, which is good. All right, so we've got about 10 seconds to go, and then we are all done. Pull those ribs down, and game over. All right, game over, man. So well done. Go get some upper body stretching in. We've got a great upper body cool down. Really, that does target the chest. You need to really hit that up. The triceps, it's a good one. So we'll share that in the comments below. But other than that, well done. Stretch it out. We'll see you back again later on in the week.